All right, I'm on hole number 5 of the 2020 St. Patrick's Day tournament. I'm in the opening round of the Rick Division playing a Manana account. So I got T4, couple T5 clubs, pretty much T4 clubs. So what are we doing on hole number 5? Hole number 5 is one of the par fours, and the par fours are really the focus in this account because these par fours you can upper, lower developed accounts. It doesn't really matter if you hit the shot great into the cup. You have just as good a chance because we've got a Kingfisher at our disposal, and that Kingfisher will be at minimum club. The minimum club of my Kingfisher is 2.4 per ring. What's funny is in my 77 account, I came in here on the back side and I screwed that wind adjustment up in so many different ways it wasn't even funny. Hit it perfect, and then went, wow, I did a max adjustment at minimum club and I jacked it around. So trying to get it in the hole. Kingfisher. We want to bring, ideally, you want to bring a Kingmaker and cut that wind down. I think I have some limited access to Kingmakers. I could buy some, but I'm going to use up my Titans. And when I get into the weekend round, I will get some Kingmakers to get that ball rolling. Let's see if we can open up our pin chest here. Off we roll. Got a limited time to play today, so I'm just trying to get in holes when I can. Shooting a hole here and there. In a couple here, I'm waiting for somebody. As soon as they get here, we will cut out, and then I'll be back in a couple hours and maybe shoot a hole. We're in the midst of the coronavirus stuff, getting ready to see if our state does like California and locks down. So we're trying to get our stuff done because we have lots of work. So we got to get all of our stuff in place before every business shuts down. We're going to make sure we have all of our stuff so we can continue to work. See how it rolls. Trying to do this shot without doing any overpower, and you know what? I brought the wrong. I'm going to need an extra mile on this account because my QB does not have enough raw distance. So I'm going to have to switch to my number 1 bag. Make sure I got a Kingfisher in there. Max top spin. I'm going to try and get out in that area as far as I can. I want to give myself a little bit of room for maneuver, which means I'll have to put a little bit of curl on it. 2.9. 3. I'm going to do a little over 2.9. The forward moving distance back on. I'm going to have to put some curl to bring it back over into that fairway. Hit a 1 ring grade on the inside, which is not good. Not good. Because of that rough. Trust me when I say that you do have, if you don't end up dinking around like I was just doing. I was trying to get greedy there because if you can get out farther, the farther forward you can get because of the way the wind's blowing. I mean, there's a certain point if you get too far, you're actually on the other side. But if you can get, there's a certain spot out there that you have absolutely pure tailwind. And if you can get to that spot, the normal spot where I just lay up, we have almost a pure tailwind, but it's like this where you've got some side wind in it. And I was just trying to get a little greedy to get out there. With this lower level account, I'm just going to bag it and I'm going to go to the spot that you can lay up and just deal with a little bit of side wind. Still got a shot here. I'm doing 10%. I got a machete. There's max, there's mid. We're in that 8 per ring range on just a titch of backspin. I add on 10%, so it's going to be 3.4 and some change. Come back just a little. It's 3-4. There's 4. So we're a little less than a ring, or excuse me, half a ring. Just trying to hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. Let's see if I got my wind adjustment right. Woo! That's what I'm talking about right there. I will tell you, I shot a video. If you can look in my playlist, there's a playlist that's called AAA Strategies and Guides. And when I post stuff, there's a video in that AAA Strategy Guide. I name it AAA Strategy Guide so that shows up at the top if you're doing it by alphabetical. So you don't have to dig it out. And there's a guide in there on how I play. Now, I'm not saying, I'm sure because of the way that rough irons and sand wedges hit, it's how I play my rough irons and sand wedges. And I've been playing those clubs for a long time, and how I look at the wind rings, because your sand wedge and your rough iron are the most accurate clubs in your bag. When you're especially when you're at distance, they're half as accurate as what they say, but the closer you can get them to you, the more accurate they are. And they are the most accurate clubs in your bag when you're close. And how I judge that distance and how I work the numbers, and it's a little different. It's a little different way of looking at those clubs, but there is a guide that I put in there on talking about how to hit your rough iron and sand wedges and how to figure out your numbers on them. And it's not that it's a guaranteed thing, but the whole thing is that I see a lot of people hitting with rough irons and sand wedges, and it's basically they just gave up. They're just trying to get up there. They don't have any method for it, so they just put it up there. But if you have a method, it's not that you'll make it every time, but at least you're giving yourself a serious look at it by having a method of working that wind out. All right. That was recovering the eagle there that I need to get. I missed the eagle on hole number 2, and that was because I didn't hit it perfect. But the par 4s with the lower developed count, the par 4s are where we can make our money. Giving ourselves a shot on the par 3s and the par 5s is great, but where we can make our money is shooting a nice, clean -11 round, pick up 9, that's 12, pick up the 3 par 4s, that's -15, and that's my goal with this account. I know it sounds weird with the low-level accounts, but if you've got clubs that can go in with ball guide, that's the deal. All right, that was hole number 5 of the 2020 St. Patrick's Day Tournament in the opening round of the rookie division. Thanks for watching.